Football was always a big part of my brother's life. Everything, all that we ever sort of bonded over from the beginning was football. And in 1996, I made the decision that I was going to support Newcastle United because of Alan Shearer. And I didn't appreciate that Newcastle was 200 miles, 300 miles away from Preston, where we were living. So my earliest sort of memory of going to football was in December 1997 in the Auto Windscreen Shield Northern Section first round, Preston North End against Darlington. And what I really remember is parking at the top of Deepdale Road in like a little car park. It was freezing cold, it was the middle of December, and all I could see walking down the road was Deepdale, like this huge beacon of light. And I was so excited to be going to my first football match. Even if it wasn't Newcastle, it was a football match, and that's all I really wanted. And I was really lucky that Simon took his annoying little brother along to watch this match. This was sort of where he would always come to sort of, I guess in a way, escape from everything. Escape from work, escape from school, college, whatever. You come here and make happy memories, I guess, sometimes depending on the result, I think. But it was always really good to come here with him because this is where he was happiest, I guess. Yeah, so Jack King, I think, scored from a header from a corner at the opposite end, about 3 or 4 minutes in, and then after that, nothing happened that I can remember.
Gallagher stood over it, whips the ball in towards the back post. There's a player attacking it. It might drop for King, who fires into the roof of the net.
So that was always a really good opportunity, to just chat with each other, chat with the person that's in the seat next to you, even if you don't really know them. But I was lucky that it was my brother, and I'd had 36 years of knowing what to talk about, and we just chatted about whatever popped into our heads, keeping an eye on the match, obviously, because we paid our ticket to get in, but just chatting about holidays we've been on recently, or how work was going, or relationships and things like that. And it was just really nice to be able to have that shared experience of being at Deepdale and talking about watching the football with him. The football, being with people, and all having that shared experience of good times and having good memories and making happy memories as well. On the 21st of December 2014, it was a Sunday morning. I was at home and the telephone had rung a few times, and I looked at it and had missed calls from my sister and from my parents, and realised that something must have been going on, and telephoned my sister back, and that's when I just found out that Simon had died, and he'd died by suicide. And it was a real surreal moment for me because he never felt like the kind of person that would be struggling that much and in that way. And like I say, when he came here, when he was at Preston, when he was with his friends, when he was with his family and me and people, he always seemed so happy. But those must have been the moments where he was just, whatever was going on in his life, whatever he was struggling with, those were his distractions, that when he was happy. But it was just strange, a real surreal feeling to think of my brother in that way, to think that there were moments where he was really struggling, and moments when he was on his own and feeling unhappy. That sadness, that loneliness that he must have felt is something that many people must feel. In 2014, when my brother died, 4,882 people died by suicide. 75% of them were young men like he was. I say that my brother didn't seem like the type of person that would die by suicide. The truth is, there's no one type of person that would die by suicide. And then last year, 5,656 people died by suicide, and it's a number that just is increasing bit by bit. And it just feels like there must be something more that we can do to help people that are struggling in that way. It's been 10 years now, and things don't get easier. The grief is still there, but there's just hope and optimism that we can find help for people that are struggling, and we can reduce that rate of suicide, and things will get better, and there's support out there, and we just need to get that message across. So there's telephone lines, there's support services that are available. There's CALM, the Campaign Against Living Miserably, the Samaritans and Mind all operate telephone lines and online chat services for people that are struggling. And if you yourself aren't struggling, but you know someone who might be, then it's always worth researching those things, and you can pass that on if there is ever anyone that you encounter that you feel might be having a difficult time. And when you're here with someone, when you're here with your friends or your family or the people that you sit with where your season ticket is, if Jack King scores in the 4th minute and you've got 86 more minutes to sit there, you can really talk and make sure that the people are okay and give them a listening ear and a helping hand.